Move it, troopers! On the double! Fire!
Hi, this is Todd from the Scoundrels Cantina, and welcome to another video. In this video I'll be talking about the origins of the Jedi Order and how it was formed. As always, we're mixing the expanded universe and canon because we believe that there's no reason why most of it can't fit together. So anyway, let's do it. About 38,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, in the pre-Republic era, there was the Dai Bendu Order of monks who were one of the first groups to ever discover and study the Force as well as the midichlorians. While the Dai Bendu Order studied the Force, the shamans of the planet Dathomir as well as the Selkath scholars from Manon did as well, but they were all isolated from each other and were unable to share their views. Eventually, the Bendu monks would move to the planet Ondo Prime, where a Force nexus was located, and around 37,453 BBY, they discovered a mysterious pyramid buried in the snow which they would call Tho-Yor. They were aware that it was of alien origin and believed that they would one day hear the great power which was contained inside. 1,000 years later, the monks finally heard the call of Tho-Yor, after which it opened and they discovered that it was actually a starship. The Force called them to enter Tho-Yor, and they did, after which the ship rose from the planet's surface and traveled into space. The ship traveled to many different worlds and gathered more Force-sensitive scholars, scientists, warriors, and more until it finally landed on the planet Tython. There, they discovered that 7 other Tho-Yor had repeated the pattern elsewhere in the galaxy, gathering scientists who could hear their call and ferrying them to Tython, which included hundreds of different species. The purpose of them being brought to Tython was so that they could share their views as well as study all the mysteries of the Force together. As they studied the Force, they discovered the different aspects of it, the light and the dark side, to which they called the light, Ashla, and the dark, Bogan. Every time one of the two aspects became overused, the world they were on would erupt into chaos, but most of the time, the dark side was behind the evil. In the end, this forced the Force sensitives to form the Jedi Order, which was dedicated to keeping the balance between the dark and the light side of the Force. The Jedi Order would mostly live in peace thanks to the power of the light, but once Rakata invaded, everything changed. The Rakata were a technologically advanced and aggressive species that solely used the dark side of the Force to develop their technologies as well as conquer worlds. When the Infinite Empire invaded, the Jedi Order was barely able to repel them, which in the end split the Order into factions: the purely light side users, the purely dark side users, and the Order from which they came. In 25,793 BBY, the conflict known as the Force Wars erupted between the light side and the dark side users, which shattered the balance of the Jedi Order. As the war raged on for the next 10 years, the Force sensitives mostly fought each other with Force-augmented weapons, and in the end made Tython uninhabitable. In 25,783 BBY, the light side users formed a new group known as the Jedi Order and swore to only use their powers for good. After leaving their devastated homeworld, they would settle in other worlds such as Ossus. At some point after 25,053 BBY, when the Galactic Republic was formed, the Jedi Order would join it and become its protectors whenever it needed them. After years of serving as the keepers of the peace and the protectors of the Republic, the Jedi would become more entwined with the Republic, which gave them more power in the government. Eventually, they would build the Jedi Temple in the Republic capital of Coruscant and make it their main headquarters. For thousands of years and through many wars, the Jedi would be on the side of light and justice, believing in the prophecy of the Chosen One to finally bring peace to the galaxy, which he did in the end. Anyway guys, this is it on the video, and we hope you all enjoyed it and learned something new about the vast galaxy of Star Wars. If you want to watch more videos like this one, the link to the playlist of our other Star Wars stories and videos will be down below. And also, if you want to support this channel, hit that subscribe button for even more videos like this one. And remember guys, God is awesome, may the Force be with you always, and we'll see you in another video. You rebel scum.
This party's over.